Show me your house. Show me your house. Come. Don't know what she's saying me. She's a little bit whiny at the moment. She's liking her little house though. What I built for her. This is a familiar sight. Oh, it's nice getting into a warm car. Basically, I told the car to start warming up at 2:15. And it has done. What's going on with my nose? How are we doing? It's a glorious Monday morning, sometime in January. I don't know the date. 17th, 18th, something like that. I don't know. 16th, don't know. Currently en route to pick Mira up from school. I haven't seen her for a week and I'm missing the little tyke. But, if you've watched one of my other videos, I've decided to sell this car. And this last week I've been thinking about all the different cars I've had and my experiences with them and how it's affected, how like sort of cars in general have sort of impacted my life and changed the way who I am, and they change all of us. I mean, it's a strange thing. Normally, you know, certain life events cause you to change who you are, and certainly, to some degree, some of the cars that I've had have changed who I am. Well, one of them in particular, my first car. Well, I moved over from South Africa in '94, and I was sort of on my own, staying at my mum's house and my stepfather's, and didn't really know anybody. You know, it was quite a lonely time, and I managed to find some friends through, and I'll do that in a video on how I found my first lot of friends when I first moved to the UK. And you know, we all knew each other, and we're all sort of coming of age kids, sort of 15, 16, 17 years old, getting, you know, girlfriends and cars and, you know, hanging out and clubbing and all that junk. And you know, they're the friends that I did all that stuff with. Now, towards the end, just before my mum and stepfather moved down to Lincolnshire and I decided I was going to stay in Yorkshire, I think I was 18 or 19, 18 or something like that. They were going to move down south, and I stayed in Leeds. I think about a year before that happened, I'd passed my driving test. Now I was really like sort of happy, get my independence. I was sick of driving to school, driving to work on the bus every day, and I really wanted my own independence, my own mobility. So my stepfather, bless him, he bought me my first car. It was a Renault 5, and he got it from, God knows where he got it from, but you know, we went to go pick it up, and I liked that car. It was crap. You know, it was crap. It was like, you know, on the MOT it said it was blue, on the servicing and all the other logs and stuff it said it was green. It was that really shitty in-between colour, and it was a Renault 5 Campus 1.1. Towards the end I found out that it had all like Fiat engine parts in it, but it was all right. It was a 5-door. It wasn't a fanny magnet. It was certainly, you know, a mom's car, but it was good. It was clean interior. You know, I had a good laugh in it. And one night all my mates and I, we used to hang out in this one place. And one night we're all hanging out, and my friend Chizzy, I never knew his real name. I think it was like Chris Cheeseman or something like that. My friend Chizzy, he sat in the driver's seat just messing about, and he stuck something in the ignition. Now on the Reynolds, or the Renault Campus, it had a like a key lock mechanism that inside the key it had a hole in the shaft of the key, and when you put the key in, a little hook came through and hooked through the key itself to hold the key in place to stop it falling out, because it's a really short key. So he shoved something in there and it clicked this little lock, and I couldn't get the key in, and the steering lock was locked. And we tried everything to break the steering lock. You know, obviously back in the day, it wasn't the day of sort of internet, so we couldn't quickly Google the solution to fix the problem or anything. You know, there was no YouTube really back then. So I had to sort of park up the car, and it was in front of a cost cutters. And you know, if any of my friends from those areas are watching this, you guys were there, you guys know what happened. So I had to leave the car overnight, and it was already late. It was 10 o'clock. I'd come back in the morning. I'd tell my stepfather we'd come and get a trailer and we'll tow the car away and stuff. So I go home. It was only down the road, walked home. Came back in the morning and the car was vandalised. The bonnet was bent up. Someone had tried to take the battery out. The other side of the bonnet was all bent up. The wing mirrors are kicked off. The aerials are snapped. The windscreen wipers were snapped. I think someone tried to bend the door to get inside. And you know, I was gutted. You know, the side door had been kicked. I was livid, because you know, this was my first car. I'd had it, you know, 8 months or 6 months or 8 months or so, and you know, it wasn't the best car in the world, but I was livid that someone would damage my car. Fortunately, I knew that the cost cutter had CCTV cameras, so I knew the people who worked in the shop, so that's another story. I knew the people that worked in the shop, and they let me see the CCTV footage. And after we'd all left, some of the people that I was with came back and decided to start vandalizing my car. And when obviously I was on my own watching the footage, my heart sank like that sort of to the pit of my stomach, of the people that I thought were my friends would go and damage and vandalize something that was mine, that was clearly mine, because they didn't have anything like that themselves. Obviously, nobody else knew that I knew. Nobody else knew that I'd seen the footage. And until this day, I don't think they knew that I saw the footage. And obviously, we called the police. The police got the footage. Some people were arrested. And the very next night, you know, I'm still livid from what had happened the night before. That same night, I went round. There was like a house party. We went round, and everyone was there. And they were like sniggering and joking and stuff like that, and people had said something, and it sort of twigged. I'd overheard someone say, "Oh yeah, fucking hell, see what we did to Jamie's car last night." And at that moment I twigged, these people are not my friends. These guys were friends, they were tight. I mean, they grew up together and stuff. I just rocked in a couple of years before, you know, from another country, so essentially I was the outsider. And I don't blame them for, you know, giving me the opportunity to be friends and stuff like that, and giving me something to do. But I realized then that actually these were no friends at all, and I think I was pretty pissed off. I was pretty upset. I think I left that day, and I don't think I actually made contact with them ever again. There's one or two that I'm still friends with that I know that weren't there, that knew what had happened but couldn't say anything due to loyalties and all the rest of it, which isn't such a bad thing. I don't blame them for that, but there's one or two that I keep in contact with now. But that kind of shaped. If that hadn't have happened, put it this way, if that hadn't have happened, I wouldn't have found the girlfriend, and I wouldn't have found the reason to stay behind. I wouldn't have worked harder to get a better car, which I did thereafter. My stepfather fixed the car, bless him, he paid for it to get fixed, but I shortly thereafter got rid of it. And I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be talking to you. I would have done something else. I think I would have, you know, I don't know what I've done. And I was gutted. And I lost like all faith in sort of friendships and people and stuff like that. And that's yeah, and that's what I thought about yesterday, like how cars change people, and how you can be changed by an object, and how people treat your objects and treat your things because they don't have it themselves. It's a sad thing. So anyway, I'm now about to get on the motorway, and I will, yeah, don't forget to thumbs up, thumbs down, and stay safe. Don't forget to love each other. Bye-bye.
When they see a car, we have to stop.
When they see a car, they jump.
Do they? Do they jump onto the roof?
They can jump over the roof.
How do they jump over the roof? Looks like they have good skills.
Good skills?
Yeah.